So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mars in the 8th house of your Dashamsha chart. As in, what happens when Mars is sitting in the 8th house of your D10 Dashamsha chart, which is the chart that represents the details of your career, represents the obligation to society you have. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular Mars, what sign it's in, you know what your other planet replacements are, all your astrological details for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report and through my books, consultations, and link to my academy under the course tab on the website, where you will also find my KRS vlogs, along with all the courses, uncensored vlogs, where I discuss a lot of things, everything. And I actually just uploaded the video of Saturn, or 6th from Saturn, and dealing with signs, and what do those signs represent, and what a person has to do. And of course, I'm going to be bringing a lot more stuff like this. So anyway, let's start with Mars in the 8th house in the Dashamsha chart. So with this particular position, you will see such people will sacrifice themselves for their career. They sacrifice their physical body and health for their career. For example, you will notice this, and I'm not saying that everybody who has Mars in the 8th house will be doing this, but the combinations of that particular has to be there. For example, somebody who becomes a stunt driver, stunt performer on a movie set. Somebody, let's say, goes on wild adventures for a living. So they're risking their body, risking their well-being in their career. For example, I see a lot of people who, let's say, are in like oil, petroleum fields, mining fields, even as regular engineers. It shows that they're willing to put themselves, police officers, soldiers, willing to risk their physicalness for their work. But also on the other hand, if let's say this particular Mars is a corporate Mars, right? Corporate career Mars. What it shows, they will sacrifice their health and well-being to be dedicated to their career. Meaning, people who have to go to a psychologist, people who have to, deal with sleep deprivation, who have to deal with all kinds of health issues. This is the type of Mars that will bring about that particular energy. So obviously with this particular Mars, the first thing that becomes important is not work, is your particular physical body. Making sure you're doing the logical, taking the logical step to balancing out that work and work and your personal well-being, because Mars in the zodiac sign is the original controller of the sign of Aries, the first house of body. So always, whenever you go in any divisional charts in the birth chart, the first thing you should know, that's the body. Mars is controlling the body. I don't care what the ascendant is. You could be a Pisces ascendant, you could be a Leo ascendant, doesn't matter. Mars controls that original energy of the body. Goes into the 8th. 8th house represents the sacrifices that one deals with, sometimes unwillingly. I also see with this particular Mars, one has to get through a lot of loopholes to advance in careers. Like we call certain terms climbing the corporate ladder, kissing ass, all of those things. Mars is put into a position where they have to deal with that, those scandalous things to get up there, being nice purposely to the person that you hate the most. Perhaps, I guess, it even teaches you some spiritual lessons that, hey, love thy neighbor, regardless of how they are, what their opinion is. And I also see a lot of times a person will even deal with loopholes in the career itself. So the work that you're doing doesn't have to be money or finance. It could be IT. Well, in trying to complete your project, you will have certain loopholes that you will deal with. Now, of course, Mercury represents loopholes, but Mars represents logic, statistics, and loophole foundation is based on logic and statistics. And especially in the 8th house, it also shows transformation in career. Because again, what did I say about Mars with controlling the sign of Aries? The body, the everything, right? This is why wherever Mars is in the divisional charts is naturally representing that first house. So in Dashamsha chart, it's showing that your physical, that the physical body of the career. Ascendant will be showing the karmas. The physical body will be that Mars of that career. Like imagine, remember like Saturn making him into a human form and then understanding him. Same thing. With Dashamsha, make Dashamsha the actual person. And understand the fact that Dashamsha's body will be ruled by Mars. So this is where transformation in career happens in their life. Now, how does that transformation come in? You'll see that with the sign. But they deal with those transformation. And also, usually this person, of course, they deal with scandals, especially through male co-workers. They deal with a lot of hidden competition or hidden rivals. The rivals will not show themselves. Usually you'll know that, okay, that person is trying to get my position. That person is trying to get, this project out of my hand and get into their hand. This person will have to deal with a lot of hidden, like they feel that, okay, somebody's trying to get this away from me. They just can't find out. But one of the strongest things that happens with this particular Mars is the willpower. The willpower is extraordinary with this Mars, that no matter, you can throw at me transformation, you can throw at me, hidden and secretive rivals, doesn't matter. I'm still going to do what I'm here to do. This doesn't mean that somebody's a good person. There are all kinds of profession. Unorthodox profession without orthodox. Doesn't matter if the person is doing good things in life or bad things. They will have the strong willpower to deal with that. That's why they become good at this. Is why police officer will go in that situation. When they're knocking on the door, they don't know the other person would have a gun or not. But they have that willpower that, okay, I'm here to face this darker thing. And that's what makes them actually strong over time. And with this particular Mars, obviously, conflicts occur with organizations, especially HR department. And suddenly you will have a colleague who was your complete support. The next day, suddenly they will turn against you. So these are the things you deal with. But your biggest support will be your subordinates. So if you're in a higher position, you will be the commander and chief of your subordinates. And they will respect you. They will be able to fight for you. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Mars in the 8th house of your Dashamsha chart. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss this type of videos. And we want to know where your Mars is placed, all your astrological details. Check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.